For the past few weeks, this has been in the back of my mind and I was hoping I wouldn't have to make a video about it, but here we are. This hill don't look like much. Trust me, it's a hill. This hill ain't shit. Concerned that I do have bulged discs, so. All right, everyone. For the past few weeks, this has been in the back of my mind and I was hoping I wouldn't have to make a video about it, but here we are. All right, so as some of you may or may not remember, I have been complaining a little bit about sort of back, neck issues, a little bit of neck pain. I've had it during sparring as well. I think it was even like the 4th week of sparring I was in. I copped a shot and I remember my whole left side got a hot flush. Basically, it's been progressively getting worse. About 3 weeks ago, I discovered I was significantly weaker on the left chest side than what I am on the right. And obviously you normally have some imbalances, but I'm talking like 50% weaker with chest pushing strength. I sort of ignored it, continued on training as I have, and sort of during sparring the past few weeks / month, it's happened at least once. I've had this, copped a knock and then just got this hot flush down the left-hand side. So because it's progressively getting worse, I've obviously tried doing some research and it comes back down to nerve irritation. So inflamed nerves, whether it be neck nerve pain in between, I think the C5 to C7. I've also been getting just random tingling in this index finger and also in this hand in general. Even sometimes when I go to lay down or different positions will just cause a tingling. So I've been getting tingling sensation, decreased strength on the left-hand side when it comes to pushing, whether it be shoulder, chest pushing. And now it's gotten to a point where it's too bad to ignore. So basically, I was doing some research. Obviously, I was reading it could be anything to do with the nerve in the neck, it could be nerves in the back. But I basically, on Saturday, did some really aggressive self-massage with like a massage ball. I had it pinned on the ground and I was rolling it around on the neck too, trying to release some muscle tension. Because obviously with boxing, you got your arms up, your hands up, your shoulders are shrugged all the time. All this position's all tense. I've been overusing muscles that I haven't ever really used much before in the past 9 weeks of training. So I was thinking maybe it's just muscle related, maybe it's just these tight, tense muscles I need to get relaxed, and then that'll take the pressure off the vertebrae and then maybe relieve some of this nerve irritation. But after doing the probably 60 minutes, I was just rolling on this hard ball, trying to just massage myself as good as I could. And for about 20 minutes after, I felt really good. I felt like this side was really loose, it was feeling good. And then about a half hour later, I just felt a bit of a numbness down this left-hand shoulder side. I also felt just an absolute fatigue, like I'd just done a massive workout with shoulders and chest. I could feel it in my arm. It was just an absolute weakness, tiredness, fatigue. And then even still now, so this is Monday afternoon, even still now, if I go to lift my arm, like you can see it, like I can't even really, I can lift it this way is all right, but when it comes to lifting straight forward, I can't even do it. Yeah, end of last week, I was at the doctor's. I got 2 referrals because I had been experiencing this and I was trying to think myself, it's not that bad. Got the blood test referral, which was meant to be done for my Combat Sports Authority application. But then I also got a MRI referral because I was telling the doctor about the tingling and things. What we want to rule out. So I've been reading this as much as I could the past few days, and there's like obviously best and worst case scenario. It's some sort of nerve irritation affecting the scapula of the back and the shoulder and the chest. What's causing that nerve irritation could be a number of things, and what nerves it actually is. I guess worst case scenario is going to be a herniated disc in my neck. If we have a herniated disc and it's pushing on the nerve entry exit positions in between some of those C sections of your neck, then that's probably worst case scenario. I'm not really sure what the rehab is for a herniated disc. Put it this way, I was trying to push through it, trying to ignore it. Obviously been wanting to get as much training in as I could, and had this recent goal of getting a fight in 6-8 weeks. A herniated disc, that could be probably a long turnaround. I guess best case scenario would be it's more just nerve irritation, but even nerve irritation, for those of you who maybe have had some experience with it or have learned anything about nerves, they recover really, really slowly. They're not like ligaments, they're not like muscles. Obviously muscles recover much quicker than what ligaments and tendons do, but even nerves recover much slower than what tendons and ligaments do. So basically, get this MRI done. I've got that booked in, that'll be tomorrow, so Tuesday afternoon. I've got to wait probably a week to get the results for that. And then following that, we'll have to see what the diagnosis is. I'm planning this week, I'm gonna go into the gym this afternoon, talk to the coaches, maybe see if I can't be the first person who's had this happen to. And even too, I know some of the other guys in the comments have some boxing experience, so if you've ever had any sort of nerve irritation, whether it be back, neck, especially when first starting out or when you first started training, please let me know in the comments below what your experience was, maybe what you did. Because my biggest fear with this is this has happened, obviously I've been training for 9 weeks now, so this has happened in that period, whether it's an overuse, maybe I copped the wrong knock during sparring, whatever it is, it's going to be repeatable. So, and especially with nerve irritation, even just moving your neck, turning your neck the wrong way, sleeping on it badly is going to irritate it and delay the healing, delay the recovery. So if there is anyone who is watching this who has had experience with that, let me know in the comments down below. I'd be love to talk to you, get your experience, get some tips maybe. But yeah, gonna go into the gym this afternoon, talk to the coaches, let them know what's going on. I'm gonna start jumping. Obviously I can't be throwing any punches anymore. Can't even lift my arm, let alone throw a jab. So no point, trying to slog myself out, push it any too further. I've already done that too much. Probably should have slowed down when the warning signs were there to begin with. But I'm gonna head into the gym still, talk to the coaches, and then I'm just gonna jump on the bike. I'm gonna jump on the bike and just still make the time, designate that time to be at the gym when I should be at the gym, instead of here sitting on the couch. It should be fine to be jumping on the bike, getting some leg conditioning done. I'm super disappointed about this. Very, very, very disappointed. Mainly because it's happened so early on. It's not even like I got a good run in, got a good bunch of training in, and now I've had something happen. Obviously you expect things to happen, but generally when it happens, because it's happened so early, that's why for me personally, it's so disappointing. Very, very disappointing. But yeah, what else can I do? I've got to listen to my body at this point. I should have done that earlier, but it's gone too far now. I've got to put things in perspective of, you can't mess around, especially if it is something spinal, if it is worst case scenario, something with a disc, it's not worth, I guess, prolonging any other serious injury. So best case scenario, hopefully it's just a nerve thing. I'll keep you all updated. So that'll probably be another update with that next week in terms of what's going on. But this week, I'm just gonna jump on the bike. I thought maybe I could get some swimming in. I don't know what the buoyancy would be like. I noticed that when I lay flat on my back, my shoulder movement, lifting the arm up, no problem at all. So that goes to show it's something to do with scapular, because your scapula is supported and sort of disengaged by the surrounding nerves and muscles when you are laying on your back. So maybe you can do some swimming. I might test that out. You'll see that later in the week. Jump on the bike, get some conditioning done with the legs, and just work on what I can work on. The goal, does not change at all. The timeline probably changes now, but the goal does definitely not change. We're gonna stay on track. I'm gonna do what I can. I hope you guys stick around for the rest of it. And the rest of this week should be pretty interesting and good to see some different sort of training.
A few moments later.
All right, everyone. It's Wednesday afternoon. It is currently 6 p.m. So no boxing gym tonight. Obviously was there last night doing some legs, a little bit of footwork stuff. And I just even felt a little bit of irritation. I got some tingling down the arm during some of those exercises. So had the MRI this afternoon. So should get the results back for that in the next week or so, a few days. But I actually also booked a appointment, physiotherapy. Some of the guys at the boxing gym reckon it may still be muscular. So we'll see. Obviously, once we get the neck ruled out in terms of disc bulges or anything like that, then we can then start looking at the more muscular things. But right now, on a little bit of a stroll, about to do a 3.5K run. So I've planned out a new running path. The plan is obviously do some footwork tomorrow. Got a big day of work tomorrow, then go to physiotherapy. Thursday I'll go back to the boxing gym, do what I can. But yeah, we'll see, get the fitness going, go on this run, take his on it. Let's get started. All right, knees, back, they're all hurting today. I'm not even that far in, but we'll keep pushing. See if they loosen up. Fair bit to go. All right. We got the hilly stretches for a good 500 meters. Time to get it. I'm primed. I'm ready for this hill. Let's get it. This hill don't look like much, but trust me, it's a hill and it's long, but I'm longer. I'm stronger. This hill ain't shit. All right, we're getting towards the end. I'm gonna make it, but barely, which means this is the right run for me today. Keep getting it. All right, we made it home. I wanted to give up there, I did. The back wanted to give up, legs want to give up, but I didn't. That's the main thing. See you tomorrow. All right, guys, it's late. I think it's almost 7:30, Thursday night, still at work. I'm absolutely filthy today. Been under a house, and now I'm at another job. Probably got another hour to go here, so I'm not gonna get home till probably a bit before 8:30, 9-ish, I guess. Is what it is. I don't have much else to say that's positive today. So I'll leave it at that, and we'll do a little weekly recap tomorrow. A little bit going on, physio again tomorrow, so I'll do a recap after that. See you then. All right, everyone. Just to recap the week, it is currently Saturday. I did go to the physio yesterday about lunchtime. I was hoping that the physio could access my MRI report, but unfortunately it hadn't been written out at the point that I was at the physio, and he told me basically that he couldn't interpret the MRI images well enough to tell me what was wrong. So I was at the physio. It was basically a waste of time. I've done enough research over the past week or so to basically already know what he told me. Definitely seems like it is what's called as cervical radiculopathy. I can't say that right. A little bit of a tongue twister, but basically it is irritated nerves, pinched nerves of the neck. So when I got home, had lunch, I was a little bit bummed out, to be honest. I was still hoping it was muscular, more so than with the discs in the neck. But when I got home, I got a message from the MRI place to say that my images were available online. So basically I went online, looked at the images, screenshotted them, put them through ChatGPT to get interpreted, and ChatGPT confirmed that I do have bulge discs. So C5 through to C7, I think it was C5, C6 have a bulge, and I think C7 had a bit of a bulge as well. So they're bulged, they're not super serious, but it's the bulging that is actually, I guess, touching the nerve, which is then affecting all this left-hand side. So obviously getting that news, I mean, I guess I'm still going to hear from the doctor just to confirm what ChatGPT has already interpreted in the pictures. but it basically lines up with all the symptoms I've had, which has been tingling, numbness, constant ache in the back, in the rhomboid muscle, and then now weakness and loss of strength on this left side. So obviously then when I did this massage last weekend on my neck, which a very aggressive ball massage, I've inflamed all that area, which has then increased the pressure on those nerves, which has then exacerbated the issue of, I guess, the mobility and the strength of this left side. So where do we go from here? The journey does not stop. Obviously make that first and foremost clear. The journey definitely continues. I've just got to basically take a bit of a detour in terms of where I thought I was going to be. I was hoping to fight in May. This nerve issue can take anywhere up to 8 weeks to sort of baby and recover from before getting back to full contact training and sparring. The thing with nerves, they're very, very slow to heal, and they are very easy to irritate. And obviously the longer that I irritate them, the slower they're going to heal. And then it's just going to be a constant problem. Honestly, if it was just a tingling, I would live with it. But the fact that I've lost strength, especially on this jab hand, then that's a big problem. If I'm going to be competing or even training, you need your body to be 100%. And this is my own fault. I take 100% accountability. As much as I'm disappointed, I should have listened to my body. Maybe I went a little bit too hard, too quick in terms of volume. I should have rested a little bit. Obviously not a 19-year-old spring chicken anymore, like most of the guys at the gym who can recover, I guess, overnight. So I've obviously irritated the nerve at some point, whether it be sparring or training, and then I've just continually built on that and it's continually got worse. So now it's time to listen to the body. I will continue to train. I'm going to work the lower half of the body in terms of build up some leg strength. I've been reading a lot. That's where you get your power from your punches and whatnot. So if I can build up my legs, get some more muscle there, build up the endurance of my legs too, help with the footwork in terms of putting weight through the quads, keeping them loaded like springs, and not sort of, I guess, having the leg fatigue, which then leads to bad footwork. So they're the things that I'm going to be working on the next few weeks. The fight in May obviously doesn't look very good at this point. Still, never say never, who knows what's going to happen. I've been reading as much as I can in terms of how I can speed this recovery up. Reading things such as doing a 72-hour fast can rejuvenate cells, including nerve cells, and just things like that. Obviously, I'm going to, I guess, what have I got to lose in terms of trying to do things like that? But yeah, the biggest thing is sleep positioning, which I still think I'm getting wrong. I bought those new pillows. They're very hard, but yeah, I don't know. I've got to get a lot of the basic things right in terms of getting this nerve irritation, getting that calmed down first, and then I can start some exercises in terms of nerve glossing, where you floss the nerve, nerve flossing, and just little light PT exercises with the upper back muscles and even the neck. Try and strengthen some things and work on that. So yeah, sounds like it's going to be a long road to recovery. I just have to take it almost day by day and then week to week. But as I said, definitely this, as much as this sucks, it's just a detour and it's happened for a reason. Who knows? Maybe I'll obviously be better for it, be smarter for it. And that's how I'm going to end this video for this week. If you're enjoying the journey, it's going to continue. As I said, probably next week I'm going to do a 72-hour fast, so I can document that for anyone who's interested to see how that goes. That might make good content. But yeah, definitely going to continue the weekly uploads. And this journey does not finish, it definitely continues. And I'll see you again here next week for another video. Appreciate everyone watching. Like, subscribe, comment, all the YouTube stuff. Appreciate it. See you soon.